Hey guys, and welcome to a 15-minute chair yoga class. As always, I want you to listen to your body first and my words second. So we're always going to start our classes with a few moments for deep breathing. So I invite you to get tall in your seat. You might close your eyes. You might let your hands rest somewhere on your legs. And while we are here, I invite you to notice how your feet feel against the ground. Can you notice where the pressure lands? On the balls of the foot? If our heels are touching the ground, can you notice how the heels feel? And maybe we can notice how our hips feel against our chair. Maybe the bottoms of our thighs. Can we notice where the pressure is landing there? And then I invite you to bring some attention towards your breath. And we never have to do anything different with that breath. It could be as simple as taking a full breath in and a full breath out. And maybe that's all we need today. Just noticing that breath in and noticing that breath out. If we would like, we will give ourselves a few moments here with our deep breathing. And today might be a day that we do our balloon breathing. So what we might do is we might imagine some type of balloon. And on the inhale, that balloon expands. And on the exhale, it deflates. So on our inhale, it inflates in all directions. And on the exhale, it gently deflates. Now, if it works for us, I invite you to imagine your rib cage area is like that balloon. And on our inhale, we inflate our ribs out in all directions. And on the exhale, it gently deflates. So the inhale, it inflates out in all directions. The exhale, it deflates. So again, we're going to try this on our own time. And if you would like, I invite you to give this 3 more deep breaths. Now, if we can, we'll bring our hands together at our heart and we'll pause to set a positive intention. So what we might do is we might try to think of a positive trait, something that we could carry with us into the rest of the day or even into the next hour. And would it change anything about the rest of our practice if we allowed that to be our focus? And then we'll take in a deep breath. The exhale could rest our hands against our legs, and always mindful the eyes could stay closed for as long as we need. And we might start first with some shoulder rolls. So maybe we can shrug the shoulders up to the ears and eventually relax them back down. And we'll just repeat this movement as it works for us. If we can, we'll try our best to let our breath and our movement link up. That's one of the big differences between exercise or general exercise and our yoga. We're trying to let our breath guide us into each and every single movement. So maybe we can use inhales to bring up the shoulders and exhales to bring them back down. It's okay if that takes effort, and it's okay if it goes out of sync. Everything is a practice. The inhales can bring up the shoulders and the exhales can relax them. So maybe we can do 1 or 2 more shrugs like this. Maybe one last shrug if that feels good. We'll relax those shoulders down. We'll pause here for a moment. And we'll do some nice neck warm-ups. We're going to get tall through our back, maybe even relax our shoulders away from the ears. And on an exhale, we'll let our chin turn towards the right, as if we're just trying to look over the shoulder. But on an inhale, we can come right back to center. And on an exhale, we'll do our turn in the other direction. So again, we could inhale to center, and exhale and do a turn, and inhale to center. And exhale and do a turn. We'll just repeat this a few more times. We could inhale to center, exhale to turn, inhale to center, exhale to turn. 1 more on each side if we can. So we can use our exhale to turn and come back And then turn one more time, maybe an inhale to come back to center. Maybe one last little shrug out of the shoulders if that feels good. And then when we're ready, on our inhale, we'll bring both arms up towards the ceiling. So if it does not feel good to bring both arms up, we can keep a bend in the elbows or even our arms at shoulder height. Make that your time. And on an exhale, we'll bring our arms all the way down. So as we're ready, we'll inhale our arms back up again. And on the exhale, we'll bring them back down again. We'll do this one more time in full. So we'll inhale up. We'll exhale down. We'll pause here if we can. And then we'll alternate our arms. So just our right arm is going to come up. Deep breath in. And on our exhale, we'll switch as that left arm comes up. Deep breath out. And on our inhale, we'll bring our right arm back up again. And on the exhale, left. Maybe a few more like this. We'll inhale for the right side. We'll exhale for the left. So we'll do this one more time on each side as we come up on the right. We'll come up on the left. We'll pause here for a moment with that left arm up. And if we can, we're either going to come onto the tippy toes of our right foot or lift the knee up. It's up to us. And we're going to alternate now. So as that left arm comes down and right knee comes down, we're going to let right arm and left knee come up. So alternating hands and knees. Nice and slow if we can. We're going to alternate now. That left knee has come down and now we have our right knee up. And likewise, as it comes down, now our left knee is up and right arm is up. So we're going to switch right arm or right knee and left arm. And we switch. We've got our left knee and right arm. One more on each side if we can. So one last time, we're going to let that right arm and left knee come up. We'll come down, we'll let those arms relax down. We might shrug them out a little bit. We're going to give our arms a little bit of a break as we come into some leg movements. So if we can, we'll take our right leg and we'll let our right leg extend out. If that feels good for the knee, then we'll bring it back down. So we'll repeat that. We can extend the leg if possible. We can let the leg come down. We're going to repeat that exact same movement. So it's the same leg that is coming up and coming down. We're just going to do this a few more times. Now, if we can't move the knee, that is okay. We can either imagine it in our minds, which does have good benefits for us, or we could come up onto our toes and then come down. So we have a lot of options. Maybe one more time, we're lifting up that right knee, bringing that right leg down. We'll pause here if we can. And we'll switch over to the other side. Now we'll take our opposite knee, that left knee. We'll let our left knee extend. And we'll bring it down. So again, maybe we can inhale as we extend the leg and exhale to bring it down. We're just going to repeat this a few more times. We'll inhale and exhale. And again, we can imagine this in our minds if our knees aren't really agreeing with this movement today or if our legs aren't moving right now. So just the imagery can help the brain out. Just imagining the leg lifting and lowering. Maybe inhales to lift and exhales to bring down. One more time if we can. We're going to come up. We'll come back down. We'll relax those legs. We might tap them out. We might tap out our heels. We might swivel our feet side to side. That just gets everything moving again. So we'll come back up to the upper body for a little bit. We're going to do a few warm-ups for the upper and lower back. Now we'll start first with our upper back with our cat-cow movements. So similar to the shoulder shrugs, we'll shrug our shoulders back, but we'll pause with that and let our chest lift to the ceiling. Now if we can, we'll shrug those shoulders forward and we'll let our back round up to the ceiling the same way a cat stretches out his back. And we'll repeat that so we can even think the way a dog would stretch out his back, shrugging the shoulders, a little lift in the chest, and then shrugging out the way a cat would shrug. So we'll do that again. We'll shrug the shoulders back, little lift of the chest, and we'll shrug the shoulders forward and the upper back can lift. We'll just do this a few more times. Little shrugging back, a little shrugging forward. One last time, we'll shrug those shoulders back. Maybe we can pause here for a moment. We're welcome to look towards the ceiling as long as we don't hinge the neck back. We don't want to do anything like that for the neck right now. We're going to try our best to breathe in and try our best to breathe out. And then as we're ready, we'll come back to center. Maybe a little shoulder shrug. I always like those kind of movements. It helps reset everything. And then we'll work a little bit more on our mid and lower back. We're gonna get tall through our body, maybe a little press of that belly closer to the spine. And on our exhale, we'll twist towards that right side. Now maybe our hands are on our leg. We're also welcome to take our same side arm and hold on to the chair. As long as we don't try to crank the twist, we just want that there for support. We're gonna pause with this one, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And as we're ready, we'll come back to center and we'll try it over in the opposite direction. So we could get tall, maybe that hand found the opposite, or find the chair, maybe it found the leg, it's whatever we need. We're gonna take that breath in and take that breath out. And from here, we'll find our flow. That's what we've been doing throughout class, which is just synchronizing our breath with movement. So we'll inhale as we come back to center, and we'll exhale to come into our twist. And we'll inhale back to center, and our exhale into the twist. So a nice deep inhale as we come to center, our exhale as we come to our twist. Maybe just a few more times, we'll come to center, we'll exhale into our twist. One more on each side if we can, we'll come to center, and we'll exhale, twisting to the right, we'll come to center, and one last time, we'll twist to the left. So as we're ready, we'll come back to center here, maybe a little shrugging out of the shoulders. So we'll do a little shoulder stretching now. Now, if we can, we'll place our hands on opposite shoulder. If we can't do opposite shoulder, we can also do opposite elbows or opposite biceps. We're gonna take a moment here, we'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then on our next inhale, we'll let our arms uncross, but we'll keep the elbows bent. We'll do little goalpost arms. Maybe we can think about those elbows traveling to the back of the room. And on our exhale, we'll recross hand to shoulder. Maybe make note of which arm is on the bottom. We're gonna inhale and unwind and find goalpost arms. This time, as we cross our arms, can that bottom arm now go on top? Now we're gonna alternate. We're gonna inhale as we uncross. And now that first arm is back on the bottom. And we'll inhale and uncross. And exhale, now that original arm is on the top. We'll do that 2 more times. We'll inhale to uncross. Exhaling as we cross, that original arm's on the bottom. And we inhale to uncross. And on the exhale, now it's on the top. Again, with this one, we pause for a moment. We'll take a breath in. We'll take a breath out. Now, if we can, we'll do a little lift in the chest. Maybe those elbows can lift a little bit as well. Maybe they don't. Listen to the body. Our shoulder blade area and our shoulders will definitely let us know how high we can go. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Now, if we can, we'll come back down. A little shrug out of the shoulders if that feels good. And we'll just find some some side stretches for our back. Now we'll start purely with the shoulders, and maybe we add in the arms if that feels good for the shoulders. We'll start by taking our left shoulder, and we'll let our left shoulder dip down as that right shoulder lifts up, and we start to tilt our body. Well, we might think of our rib cage starting to tilt towards that left side as if it's pouring out water onto the left side. Now we're welcome to take that right hand, that's the same side as that shoulder that's lifted, and place the hand on the rib cage. If it feels better to reach the arm up, we could reach our arm up. We can also reach the arm up and overhead like we're drawing a letter C, but again, make that time our own. I'm going to try our best to breathe in and try our best to breathe out. We're going to come back to center. We'll let that arm come down, and we just switch sides. So now we're letting that right shoulder dip down, left shoulder can lift up. Now maybe we keep the hands on the ribs. Maybe this arm reaches up. Maybe this arm reaches up and overhead. And as we're giving this a few breaths, I will mention that we are asymmetrical creatures. We use our bodies asymmetrically. It's okay if we need something a little bit different on the left side, something that we didn't need to do on the right. One more breath. And as we're ready, we'll come back down, we'll shrug out the shoulders, and we'll end the way we began with some deep breaths. So if we can, we'll settle in, we'll let our hands rest on our lap, maybe the eyes can close, and maybe we come back to that balloon breathing. On the inhale, we might imagine a balloon inflating, and on the exhale, we imagine it deflating. So again, that's all we have to do. We don't have to add in the rib cage. Now if we'd like, maybe we imagine our rib cage is that balloon. Maybe on our next inhale, it inflates in all directions. And on the exhale, it deflates, nice and relaxed. So the inhale, it inflates out all directions. On the exhale, it deflates. Now, can we give this 3 more breaths? Now, if we can, we'll eventually bring our hands together at the heart, and we'll pause and seal in that practice with a moment of gratitude. And perhaps today we ask ourselves, what am I grateful for? And just notice where the mind goes with that. And then whatever meaning of namaste resonates, and perhaps today it is the good that is within me, recognizes the good that is within you. I thank you for your time. And I thank you for your practice. Namaste.